with Alex Pereira, is he still making MMA look retarded? Because that's another big win. But that went viral.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't think the UFC got quality. I think we got quantity of anything.
Yeah, because it's still early, I guess. But no, I hear what you're saying. There's, obviously not a lot of like world class competitors as far as like across the board. You got the world class in there.
No disrespect to Alex Pereira, because I'm a fan of that motherfucker right now. That shit crazy what he doing, but it's still like, how is he able to do that?
Right, it kind of in a way makes MMA look a little funky.
It looks stupid, make it look retarded.
Yeah, I feel you.
Where you got guys now from different professions out of their life, like, oh yeah, I could do that shit and become a UFC champion too. It shouldn't be like that. And I'm not taking it away from it. Alex Pereira might be working his ass off every motherfucking day to get there. But yet again, when you have somebody that has solely trained in MMA in itself, right? And his whole goal as he got started in combat was to be a UFC fighter. But then you got another guy that's coming over, transitioning from another in different sports, still able to beat you. That's a problem. So I don't think a lot of guys are applying themselves like they should.
Yes. So let me change the words. I just really feel like at the end of the day, for me, and this is what gave me a lot of motivation, in that a lot of guys don't know what they're doing. And I don't mean fighters. I'm going to take the fighters out of it. There's a lot of coaches and teams and gyms that really don't know what the fuck they are doing, and allowing their fighters to be put in a bad situation where they don't look as great as they are. Khalil Rountree did a great, fantastic job, bro, throughout that whole fight. But I really feel like the adjustment in the team, or the adjustment in the mindset of the team, wasn't there to allow Khalil Rountree not to take as much damage. Because at the end of the day, your team is there to protect you.
You think they should have called it or something?
It's more than that. They should have
taught him better techniques or something like that ahead of it.
Not even just better techniques. It's just making mid-fight adjustments, bro. You gotta do that. You gotta tell your fighter to do that.
Well, you got to be the MMA fighter, right, in this sport. I think that's what you've been saying, and I fully agree.
Yeah.
I thought it was a big miss when Khalil said, like, I'm going to commit to the striking, because you give Alex a lot of closure. You hear about fighters being worried about being taken down and how that affects their game plan.
Exactly.
And for him to just say, like, hey, Alex, we're just going to have a striking battle. Don't worry about a takedown.
Exactly.
Huge miss.
Right.
I thought it was a huge miss.
And that's the thing, too. If you want to play the mind games, right, fuck the fans, right? You can play mind games on him. Even if you feel like you want to just strike, right? Just say, oh, I'm going to shoot single leg, and just say it, to have him worrying about it. But like, yet again, I feel like there's a lot of people in the MMA game that aren't qualified to the highest level to be actually putting fighters in a position to either fight for belts, or be in a corner to actually call out the right calls at that time. Because yet again, there's a lot of talented fighters, man, that go out there and they have all the ability in the world to take that belt or whatever, but because of who they have on their team, they don't give them the right direction.
Yeah.
So that's.
Are you low key calling out the gym a little bit? His gym for like.
Not his gym. It's not just his gym. It's a lot.
Okay. I mean, I noticed
it's the majority. It's the majority of camps in that a lot of people are part of. There's a majority of camps that do not have the capabilities to really understand what the fight game is. I really feel like the fight game is still forever evolving, and there's a lot of guys that think they know it all, but they don't know shit.
Right. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just gonna put it out there. It's something I always think. Syndicate's coach, Eric Nixick. Sometimes I wonder. I'm like.
Oh, that's Extreme Couture.
Extreme Couture, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
And you don't have to talk shit, but I'll just say because sometimes I wonder a little bit, like, do you really have the knowledge?
I respect Eric. I know Eric Nick, whatever story that he gave, the background that he gave, but I really feel like, at the end of the day, this game still got a lot of room to grow, a lot of improvement, and I feel like at the end of the day, there's still people that are part of this sport that never done this sport.
Mm-hmm. No, I got you. And that's something the sport has, unfortunately. The snake oil type shit. I don't know what it is about MMA.
Yeah.
It's probably all the mix of martial arts that do that.